We're back and have a smorgasbord of topics to discuss revolving around Steeler Nation. First, let's start with George Pickens. Felt like he was snubbed from the Pro Bowl. He said to Bo Marchionte of collegetopro.com, shout out to Bo too, really good guy, says year 2 goals are Pro Bowl. And I feel like last year I got snubbed because there wasn't a lot of guys in there at the Pro Bowl that excited me. Then I want to go to the Super Bowl, the 2 bowls, a lot of rack, run after catch, 2 bowls for sure. Keeping it simple, I like it. Pro Bowl and Super Bowl. Although, I think someone should tell Pickens to just scrap the Pro Bowl goal because it doesn't mean anything. The best players actually don't go there. It's become such a joke, i.e. last year Alex Highsmith getting snubbed, i.e. last year Kenny Pickett getting snubbed for Tyler Huntley. So for personal goals, I suggest just going with stats and not Pro Bowl because if Alex Highsmith's goal last year was the Pro Bowl, he would have failed despite having 14.5 sacks. But I think maybe the best approach that I've heard, and Kenny Pickett mentioned this like a week or two ago, and Pickens does have Super Bowl on his goals list, is just to aim for that because like 80 to 90% of the time, all of the individuals on a really good team that makes it to the Super Bowl do hit their personal goals.
The individual goals, and I go back to like my time at Pitt, like if you win a championship, I guarantee 80% of the starters hit the goals that they have set for themselves. So that's like the best advice that I could give people is like, you know, guys are playing for, you know, like different contracts or they want, you know, these kind of numbers. Like, man, the guys that get paid, the guys that are on all these first team, all pros, whatever, they're all in the championship teams are those guys. Like that's how it works. You can go back to the Pitt team and look at all the guys that were all ACC, the guys that got drafted off that team, the guys that are, you know, had opportunities at the next level, you know, on that team. Like that's how it works. So
now for Pickens to say he was snubbed of the Pro Bowl last year, that's a bit of a different story. He ranked 38 in receiving yards and didn't crack the top 50 in receiving touchdowns. And the 4 guys that made it were Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, and Jamar Chase. So was Pickens snubbed? I don't give a shit. I'm rolling with GP. If GP says he was snubbed, he was snubbed. But what I think was the most interesting thing he said in this little soundbite here was that he wasn't impressed. Like, I got snubbed at the Pro Bowl because the guys that made it, I wasn't impressed. So what does that tell you about what GP thinks of who he is and what his potential can be? 2023, about to be crazy. But now let's get into the least shocking headline I witnessed all last weekend. Fans who showed up to watch Antonio Brown play for Albany Empire left disappointed. That's right, AB, owner of the AFL's Albany Empire, was set to make his debut for the team just a couple days ago on May 27th. This was a long-awaited debut. Everyone across America was like, you know what we need? AB playing in the AFL. People were on pins and needles. The excitement was through the roof. But then AB was a no-show, unfortunately. Of course, he was a no-show, though. Is anyone surprised by this? No. Like, this is my surprise face. It's reported that the reason for AB not playing is that the paperwork for his physical did not get completed on time. So if you look at the roster sheet, he's actually on there, but then is on the inactive list. But then further reports go on to explain that the AFL commissioner said that AB, as an owner, could have played because he could just bypass that and overrule it. So the exact reason for AB's no-show is unknown right now. But he has tweeted out some hints. Says, no worries to the Albany Empire fans. AB is on the way. Stay tuned. Only NAL team getting this type of press. We need players ready to go next level. See you June 16th. I'm guessing then AB saw the Albany Empire quarterback throw a pass and say, yeah, they ain't ready for prime time. They ain't ready for AB. So what he has done since then is recruited Cam Newton to play for the Albany Empire. He's offering Cam $150K to play in one game for that June 16th date that he has mentioned. I'm guessing if Cam doesn't play, AB will also not play. But if Cam does take him up on the offer, we'll have to wait and see. AB ain't lying. The Empire, in terms of the Arena League teams, is in the news right now. I don't think any other team in the league can say that, for better or for worse. But another way AB is letting everyone know that all is well with the Empire franchise. despite reports being out there that players aren't getting paid at times, and also AB, the owner, not showing up to a game that he was supposed to play in. Forget about all that. The hot dogs are good because he retweeted a video of Barstool Sports, Frank the Tank, giving the Stadium Dogs a positive review.
I would say this is above standard for arena, and I'll give it a double. Double?
Yeah. But that's it for this edition of Big Deke News on a Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. More Big Deke News on the way for the rest of this week. Have a good rest of the day. Stay chilling, and peace.